also recognize a leader on this issue from New York, representing Staten Island and Brooklyn, Congressman Grimm, for as much time as he would like to use.
I thank the gentlelady from New York, and I echo the sentiments of my colleagues with the need to reauthorize the Zadroga bill in a timely fashion. And, Mr. Speaker, I rise alongside my colleagues in the New York delegation also to honor and commemorate the nearly 3,000 innocent Americans whose lives were cut short in the unspeakable attacks on our nation 13 years ago. Like so many of my constituents in Staten Island and in Brooklyn, I have images of the most horrific sight that I've ever seen burned into my memory forever. I will never forget what it was like searching for the survivors in the rubble after both towers of the World Trade Center disintegrated into ash. I will never forget the look in the eyes of the firemen, the police, the construction workers as we worked side by side. It was a look of overwhelming despair. And though our hearts broke at the loss from those taken from us, I'm very proud of the fact that Americans soon rallied together. We united around an unshakable truth that the servants of hatred and terror did not strike the greatest nation on earth at random, but because we embody the very freedom and liberty that they so despise. As Senator McCain said on the floor of the Senate the day after the attacks, those who unleash these attacks and those who support them are not our enemies alone. They are the enemies of freedom and of justice and peace. They wage war on the United States because we are and will remain the principal guarantors of freedom. Mr. Speaker, in the Arikar neighborhood of Staten Island lies a beautiful memorial dedicated to the sum of 274 Staten Islanders murdered on 9/11, many of whom were first responders and fallen heroes of our beloved FDNY and NYPD, all of whom went above and beyond the call of duty to bring their fellow New Yorkers to safety. Amidst these pictures and devotions to the fallen lies an inscription. On September 11, 2001, the World Trade Center was attacked by terrorists. From that hatred, a little piece of heaven evolved called Angel Circle. It reminds us, Mr. Speaker, that from the horror and despair our nation endured on 9/11 and endures in all of our hearts till this day comes the constant reminder of strength, our pride, and the unwavering heroism at the heart of the American spirit. May God eternally bless the victims of 9/11. May He bring peace to their loved ones. And may we never, ever forget the sacrifice they bore for our freedom. I thank the gentlelady and I yield back.